Says the Gemara, 10 lines on the bottom. 10 lines on the wide lines, excuse me. Asar Nakat. It's there. Am I not nervous that I'm not on? Say, Givaldik. Okay. If he has a problem, you'll stop me. Bishlama Aron Tisha Dechse. We understand that the Aron is 9 Tvachim tall again. Nachamal, why? Vasu Aron Nasi Shitim. Amasayim V'Chetzi Arka 2.5 amos long. 15 Tvachim or 10 lines from the wide lines. First one line is Va'ama. Va'ama V'Chetzi Rachba. Oh, Rabbi Yossi is here. Shkoyach V'Zeida Alein. Va'ama. Oh, he didn't hear me yet. Va'ama V'Chetzi Rachba. Oh, Rabbi Yossi is here. V'Zeida Alein. Va'ama V'Chetzi Rachba. And Amma V'Chetzi wide. Va'ama V'Chetzi Kamasai. 9 by 9 by 15 Tvachim. El kapayres tefach minol, and how do we know that the kapayres is a tefach? Then Rav Chanina kol hakelim says Rav Chanina kol hakelim shazam Moshe nasna behen Torah midas arkan midas rachvan midas kaimasan. The Torah teaches us the length, the width, and the height. Kapayres, but by the kapayres, again the kapayres being the lid on the aron that housed the keruvim. Midas arka, midas rachmai nasna. Says the length and the width, but midas kamasa loy nasna. So therefore, say ulamad mi pachash hapakilim. Let's learn out from the smallest of the kelim. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, Yisla miskares tefach. Make a miskares, make a border around the shulchan. So it's a tefach. Malal and tefach, avkan tefach. So the kapayres is a tefach, like the miskares is a tefach. Asks the Gemara, v'neilef mikul elim gufayu. Why don't we learn from the kelim itself? You learn from the border. Learn from the... Did I skip? No. Learn from the kelim itself. Why are you learning from the border of the shulchan? Learn from the keli itself. Says the Gemara, tafasta meruba like tafasta muat tafasta. Don't bite off more than you could handle. Go for the least amount. Says the Gemara, okay. V'neilif mei tzitz. So learn out from the tzitz. If you're going for the smallest amount, learn out from the tzitz, from the headpiece of the Kohen Gadol. The Tanya says in a brayse, it sits Daimekimintas Shalzav, who's a plate of gold, Rachabitz at spice, 2 fingers wide, and Mukam Eizin Eizin went from ear to ear, Vakasla Beishitin. And there were 2 lines written on it, Yod Kei, Vav Kei Malamala, Vakadish Lam Milmat, Vamar Avalazar, Brev Yisin, Yurisi, Beremi, I saw in Rome, because of Kadish Hashem Beshita Achas, and it was all in one line. So ask the Gemara, why are you telling me that it was 1 tefach like the kapayres? It should be 2 fingers wide like the tzitz. Answers the Gemara, done in kli mikli. We learn how to kli from a kli, being done in kli meitachshit. From an adornment, the tzitz wasn't a kli, it was a piece of jewelry, an adornment for the Kohen Gadol. Says Gemara, fine. V'neilef mi zer, from the crown. Now, last night, we said that the zer is on the mizbeach, which it is. Someone else said that the zer is on the shulchan, and I responded that's the misgaris, which it is, but the Torah really refers to it as both. If you look at zer zahav, very good, zer zahav saviv. Rashi, I made it up. No, there's no Rashi. There's Rashi somewhere that I saw somewhere that says zer is referring to any of the zers, which is on the mizbeach, on the shulchan, and on the aron. Tamar Mar, how thick was the zer? Zer mashu. The zer, they're spicy ones. I see that these snuck in over here. I'm just observing. Zer, I don't know why I'm not, sometimes someone else interrupts you, sometimes you interrupt yourself. Baruch atah Adonai, Yelinu melech haolam she'akol niyeh v'zarei. Says Mar, zer mashu. Zer is a mashu. So why are you telling me it's a tefach? It should be a mashu. Answers the Gemara. Again, I'm reading fast because chazar. If anyone needs to stop me, please do. Answers the Gemara. Done in kli mikli. Learn how to kli from a kli. But then in kli mei hechsher kli. From the zer, which was a hechsher kli. Oh, there's Rashi.
מזר של אורן או של מזבח או של מסגרת.
Gavali, where are you?
זר אינו כלי אלא תיקון כלי לקשתוי.
Very good. He snuck in there. Very good. Thank you. Rashi, about 12 lines to the end of the Amud. Thank you. First one is La Adam. Mizer, Rashi, Shal Arna, Shal Mizbeach, Shal Mizgeres. Zer, Einoi, Kli, Le Tikin, Kli, Le Kashtoi. The Zer is just a little crown on top of the Kli to make it beautiful. So answers the Gemara, no, we have to learn from a Kli and not from a Hechsher Kli. Says the Gemara, Avi is Kasha. The Mizgeres, Yochi, Mizgeres, Nami, Hechsher Kli. Who? Ask the Gemara, the Mizgeres is also a Hechsher Kli. Answers the Gemara, Misgarta, and this is where we ended off last night, so let's slow down a little bit and let's focus in. Misgarta And everyone, we have a bunch of picture books. Let's get them open. It'll really help for this shtickle Gemara. Here, shkoyach. Not someone who's going to be eating a lot of sushi by himself. Thank you for coming. Here, for the Torah also, but answers the Gemara, Misgartoi lemata. Misgartoi lemata hisa. So if you look over here, it's on page Chaf, on page 20 in this picture book. It shows you that the misgares was on the legs, and then the table was placed on top of it. So what's the answer? Who cares? The Gemara's here's another one. Here. No, I have another one here. There's so many of them. It's part of the kli itself as it's holding the actual shulchan. Says the Gemara, but that detail is a machlekes. If you go with that manda amar, then good. Hi, hechsher klihu. It's only a hechsher kli. It's not a kli alein. The spicy guy gets snuck in over here. Hi, hechsher klihu. Says the Gemara. Ella danin. Now it's a new teretz. I don't think it's real cream cheese. We were makbid for Sephardim. Ella danin davar shenasna by Torah mida. Let's focus in. We're giving a new teretz. Again, we exhausted all options.
Where we're learning the tefach.
No. A new teretz. Why we're learning it from the misgeres, good, and not from anywhere else. Says the Gemara, Danin davar shenaslu by Torah mida. Let's learn it out from somewhere with the Torah alein. The Torah itself gives the measurement. Midavar shenas by Torah mida. Meaning, the kapayres is something that the Torah gave measurements for. It gave the length, it gave the width. It just didn't give the thickness. So I rather learn that from where? From somewhere else that the Torah gave the measurement, meaning the kapayres. Va'al yoichichu, and don't ask from where al yochichu tzitz vizer sheloi nitna bahen Torah mida klal.
Where do we know the midas from?
Where do we know the midas from? I actually was wondering the exact same thing when I read the Gemara. Rashi doesn't say anything. The Taisus in the bottom, look at the last Taisus, it's about 7 lines on the Amid. Taisus says, what do you mean? We just said a moment ago that the tzitz was 2 fingers. So what do you mean? It says Taisus, Father, I mean, allowed the tzitz rachav shtei etzba'is in the elam midrabanon. Shom dech says al metzchay, and sheer metzchay, your forehead is 2 fingers. V'stam metzchay rachav shtei etzba'is. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, the same cash. I don't know. Maybe they had smaller heads back then, but our foreheads are more like 4. Chayis nishvash. God, Yenin Naid Yehuda. Rabbi Rosenthal Jr. Okay, good. Or Rosenthal Senior. That's not like senior. Don't get nervous. Just senior is supposed to junior. Yeah. Listen, if you take it with glory, then it's good. Some people get insulted. Weiter. Wisdom comes with age. Rav Huna Amar Anaya Teretz. Rav Huna Amar, says Rav Huna, a new reason why we learn the thickness. We learn the thickness of the kapayres from. Says in the Torah, al pinei hakapayres kedma. It says with regard to the kapayres towards the pinei, the face, the side of the kapayres, kedma, eastward. Says the Gemara, ve'ein panim pachs mitafach. A panim of a person's face. This is like, the joke that, how big is your face? And they smash your hand into the face. Yeah, we're still in 3rd grade. But says the Gemara, your panim is never less than a tefach. It's fascinating. I was actually wondering, does this mean an adult? What about a child? I don't know. Who has the youngest baby here? Who has the youngest baby? There you go. You have to check. Your wife's going to think you're punching the kid in the face. Better be careful.
We're not talking about the baby side.
I know. I was wondering that because Rashi just says, Vein punish shal adam. Rashi says, excuse me. Who says that? Maybe it's true. I know. I was wondering. Maybe a baby's. I don't know. How big's a baby's head? No, it's not. Yeah, so but that's the size of a tefach. That's be'erich the size of a tefach. No? I don't know. Just a thought. No, I agree. And you say maybe that's goof why Rashi says Adam. Rashi throws in the word Adam.
Adam with a full-fledged.
Vein panim shel Adam. Right? The Gemara says.
No, because he's probably saying.
No, because look at the Gemara.
If I look at an animal, it could be smaller animals.
Maybe. Maybe.
A monkey could be smaller.
I don't know. Interesting. I don't know. I didn't. But Rashi does throw in Adam. It is interesting. The Gemara says vein panim pach mitavach, and Rashi throws in vein panim shel Adam. Okay, so how do we know? This is our second source. How do we know that the kapyrus is a tefach thick? Because the pasuk calls it pinei, and the pinei of something has to be minimum a tefach. By the way, just in the pictures, I want to point out something that personally I didn't chap. When you look at this picture. Let me show this one. Yeah, up here. You look at the picture of the aron, right? So how thick does this top lid look like? It looks like it's like this thick. Right. In my brain, I feel like I'm looking at a piece of wood. This is a tefach. Tefach is about 6-7 inches. It's much thicker, meaning this is a massive structure. 10 tefachim is 60 inches. It's 5 feet tall, which means the aron, I feel like, I'm talking for myself, when I look at it, in my brain, I feel like it comes up till about here. Because like you feel like you look at a box, it's not true. The box part comes up to here. Then the kruvim go on top of it. It's much bigger. Just stop. I personally didn't, whatever. Okay.
Now it's the more continuous. Maybe it's a face of a bigger animal.
Oh, very good. No. But no, I'm asking an Adam. An Adam I'm asking. Yeah, good. Says the Gemara, vein panim pachs meitefach. Ve'ema, asks the Gemara, kape devar yoichani. Maybe it's talking about a bar yoichani. What's a bar yoichani? Says Rashi, it's a large bird, and the face of this bird is bigger than a tefach. Sounds scary. Sounds quite scary. Rashi tells a fascinating story. Gemara in Bechairis, that, just to make Bechairis not sound so scary, that one time the Bar Yochani placed an egg bimkoimenu v'tava shishim krachim. 60 cities. V'shibra sholish meirs arazim. So, whenever you learn these Gemaras, what exactly that means. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. What's the flying dinosaur called? It's been a while since No, which one? Yeah, I'm thinking about one of those. I don't really know the name. The one that, I don't know. Yeah, everyone just goes for Tyrannosaurus. Anyways, says the Gemara, maybe it's the Bar Yoichani. Meaning the fact, again, it's with these Gemaras, that's these kashas, just appreciate the beauty. The Apostle says Pnei, the face. So he said, face of Tevach. What do you mean? If I could find a face somewhere in the world that's bigger, then it's not muchach, it's not proven. Answers the Gemara, the classical Teretz. Asks the Gemara, if you're going for the smallest year, so maybe when it says panim, ema ke'ape ditzipurta ditzurtuva. So now we ask the flip side question. Let's look for the smallest face. What's the smallest face? A little bird. A little bird has a very small face, much smaller than a tefach. So maybe the kapyrus lid should be that. So says the Gemara, Nu Pshat. Nu Pshat, and with this we conclude. Amar. Now, look carefully. Amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov. Not Ella. There's no Ella. Meaning, we're not destroying this previous terrace of Pnei. We're amending the terrace of Pnei. Very important. And Ella, I don't know, certain rules I feel like we lose, and when we lose them, it just confuses us. When the Gemara says Ella, which it just did, by the way, if you look back on Amud Aleph, no, it didn't either. Forget that. There was one we had recently. When the Gemara says Ella, it means what? Just wipe away everything that we said, and it's a new terrace entirely. Here, we did have one, right? Thank you. 4 lines of Elmadam is Gardel Malaisa, Michael and Meimar. So it means we're getting rid of that whole shtickle. So over here, the Gemara is not Elling. We're not getting rid of the whole shtickle. Rather, the Gemara is amending. We said it's the Pinei. We thought the Pinei is the Pinei of an Adam, which is a Tefach. Says the Gemara, no. Amar Rav Acha bar Yaakov explains Rav Acha bar Yaakov Rav Huna. You know what he was learning? Pinei, Amar, a classical Gzeiras Shava. Gzeiras HaKaso. It says over here, Gzeiras by the Kapayres. And it says, By Yaakov Avinu meis pnei Yitzchak Aviv, from that Yatzai Yaakov. Yaakov was going meis pnei Yitzchak Aviv. So we see when the Torah uses pnei, it's referring to the pnei of an Adam, and therefore that's Xeris Shava, and therefore that's how we know that it is a tefach. Even though my Yitzhahara says we should go weiter, but that's obviously the Yitzhahara, and instead we should utilize the last 4 minutes. Let's do a chazara, and again, I can't overestimate that we've done a lot. I don't know if everyone realized. We started Pesach, my brain's off. Sukkot. How long ago did Sukkot end? We're holding on hay.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2.5 weeks, Baruch, I think. This week? Last week? No, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And where do we start with Sukkot? Where do we start with? We started with Gimel Amid Aleph. Gimel Amid Beis on the bottom. So we did a blot and a half in the last 2 weeks. A lot has been done. I'm not saying to show that we did a lot. I'm saying to show that we must chazer, because very soon we're going to totally forget everything. So let's start with a chazar of Hey Amid Aleph on the bottom, what we just did now. And again, over Shabbos, B'siyat Shemaya, let's get a chazar going. Yes?
We never say pnei by an animal.
We never